All right, this is going to be a quick overview of the PDF services module. I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible. So the only thing this is a stock Drupal site, and I think the only thing I have is a SwiftMailer Lite installed so that it can send HTML emails, and I'll show that feature off. But this module is called PDF services. So we're going to install that, and we're going to configure it now. So it's going to need API credentials. So the first one for the PDF services, this is going to be what has to be used. You get 500 free credits per month. You can follow this link to get one. It's basically for the PDF API that they provide, which can do things like compress PDFs, analysis of it, page count, metadata out of it, and then the accessibility reports is what the main focus of this module is. And then the Adobe Embed API, that's a separate API key. It's tied to a domain, so you can go ahead and set that up. And then batch size, all the processing of PDFs typically happens during cron. So this is some logic to adjust how much you want to process during cron runs. And I'm going to enable HTML emails so that I get notified, editors will get notified um, of, of any accessibility issues encountered by the PDF. So I'm going to click Save. So I've got my basic settings. I'll just quickly go over the admin pages here, which are all here. This is your status queue. This will show you what's all queued up work-wise as far as PDFs. This is where you'll see what is pending an analysis or compression or an accessibility report. Analysis is going to contain your page size and just basically your information about the PDF, whether it's encrypted and linearized, who made it, where it's used, that kind of stuff. Accessibility report, that is the accessibility reports returned from Adobe. So it'll have a pass-fail, and it'll have details exactly on what needs to happen. Enhanced descriptions, this is where we use it to link to resources to help people correct the issues that are identified. Adobe's description of the problem is sometimes kind of vague, and so we can put a link to a video. I'll just put that in here for now, but we're just going to enhance their default description with something custom, so you can direct people to the right resource on how to fix things. Okay, so now that we got our settings all done, let's visit our content type. So I'm going to go to structure, content types, and we'll be messing with the article today. So first off, on the manage fields, under your file fields, you click edit. You're going to get some PDF service settings for each field, so they all can have their individual settings. We're going to say that we do want to analyze PDFs added to this field. We're going to check their accessibility. We're going to compress things that are over 500 kilobytes average page size. And then the compression level, we're going to use the medium recommended. Click Save. Now under Manage Form, this is the editing experience. We are going to go to our document. I'm sorry, we're going to change it from file field to file with analysis. And you'll see that that'll just Ajax load in a PDF accessibility report. All right, save that, and moving on to the display side. So on the file fields now that contain PDFs, we have the option to use the Adobe PDF embed. And I'll click the gear icon, and what we can see here is that we have quite a few ways of rendering the PDF, where it's full window, a sized container with the width and height, inline, which would just spit out all the pages at once. I'm going to stick with the default full window and full width, and you can see here I have options to toggle on various UI elements, as well as a link for SEO for crawlers to actually find it, because it will be a iframed PDF from Adobe. So click Update and Save. All right, let's get into managing some content. So we've got this physics course syllable, and if I click edit, here's our document file field. So we're going ahead and gonna upload our syllabus, and I'm gonna click save. But how to show off the Ajax checking is that if you visit a content type where we've enabled um, this widget, basically if the file's already been uploaded, it can do this Ajax accessibility report. So right now it's submitting it to Adobe, and it's going to inline give you whether it's a pass or fail. And here's our little enhanced description highlighted in yellow here. But this is all from Adobe, and you can toggle all this if you want to see the pass or collapse it. If there's no errors, of course it would be collapsed. All right, so let's show off adding some more content. Let's add another article, say very big PDF. And so this is going to be a very large unoptimized PDF that someone's going to add to our site. And you can see here loaded up in this iframe. Now, this module does most of its work during cron runs, so let's go ahead and go back to our PDF services queue status. So you see here I've got some work pending because I've uploaded a July 4th concert, and I uploaded that syllabus. I did view the edit page when it was already added, so that's so an accessibility check already happened against it, but the PDF properties still needs to be done. So that most of the work happens during cron, so it doesn't interrupt the person's editing experience, because depending on the size of the PDF, it can take a little while to process them from Adobe. So we're going to go ahead and run cron, and then we'll see these when cron finishes, it'll refresh and get completed. So it got properties from them, finds out do they need an accessibility check, yes or no, and then it'll submit them for accessibility checks. So now we can go to our analysis tab, and we can see that the July 4th concert we uploaded was very big, and the API actually compressed it down to 1.6 megs and linearized it. This one wasn't above our threshold, so it didn't get linearized. There's also some other data here and links to the content using it. These are all available in views, so you could modify your admin content views to show pass or fail or number of pages and things like that, and be able to sort your documents based on that metadata. Your accessibility reports, you can view them all here. Again, the pass and fail and number of issues can all be added to views, so you can customize your view screens with that. This very big PDF, if we go back to edit, you'll see that, yeah, it's now 1.6 megabytes. And I'm on the edit page, and it hasn't run an accessibility check on this new compressed version, so that's why this is loading up. But typically, if it's already scanned it does a checksum of the file, so it's not going to do it a second time. It's going to instantly just load the report that's already been saved in the database. Okay, one more thing to show off. Let's see. When I did run that check on the Node 5 July 5th concert, because I wasn't there to see the accessibility report, it just fired off an email. So that setting will email people who have modified the content, and it'll give you a full report, same as you'd get in the web UI, but delivered to you through email, so that you can take action on the PDF with issues. All right, let's show off one more advanced setting. Let's add a new article. Let's call this an ebook. And we're going to upload a very different type of PDF. So we're going to upload a Dr. Seuss book. Click Click Save. Now here I'm going to show off, for example, we can add a page query parameter, page equals 30, and you could deep link to certain pages. So now I just deep linked directly to page 30 in the PDF. Another thing you can do is you can notice that this book is really meant to be read side by side. So if I go back to my structure and go to my content type, article, manage display. So Adobe does give you some options, such as these two columns, but maybe not all my PDFs are meant to have, or maybe they are not all two column type PDFs. So what I can do here is allow individual overrides. So I'm going to click Update and Save. And now if I go back to my ebook, I can click Edit. And on the right hand side, you can see I've got some viewer settings that I can override now. And so now I can say something like, maybe I want to change it to, well, no, inline doesn't give me what I wanted to show off, but maybe I wanted to do two column in the full window. And maybe also I wanted to toggle off some of these other features. So I can do that now, and save. Save. So now my ebook is going to be 2 up, and all my other PDFs on the site are going to just maintain what they were. And that is a very short and quick overview of the PDF Services module.